Yo, I'm Papito Ferguson, and I can't sing.
Two friends from an island in the Caribbean set out on a journey to find inspiring stories told by the persons who live them.
So with a camera bag and an open mind, you learn that the best part of life is not the destination, but
The journey.
So the music journey of music for me just started with me playing a grater. Grater was my first instrument. The chicka, you know what I mean? That was when I was in primary school, grade 2, grade 3. Them time there was a drum group, one of the most famous group in my primary school, and everybody wanted to be a part of a drum group with them time because they're the best thing ever. Like if you be a part of the drum group, you're the coolest kid in the school, and you know people look upon you like, yeah man, them that. So I got gravitated to that kind of energy where I just want to be a part of music because it drive me. And when I saw it and I saw the drum group, I said, boy, I want to join. My teacher was like, no, you're too young for this, you know. And every single day, they used to rehearse in our room, music room. Miss Mackie, big up yourself. They used to rehearse in our music room, and every single day I'll go and peep through the window because they have closed rehearsals. So I used to go and peep through the window. And every day I do this after school. Every single day, and I'll stay there for hours just peeping through the window. And I remember the evening Miss Mackie come outside and say, you know, every day I see though. Every evening I see, who, you know, which grade they in? I tell her and she said, you know, you're young to join the group, but come inside. And I told her that I want to be a part of the group, and I remember she said come inside and we sit down and we watch the group perform, and I said, John Star, I want to be a part of this so bad. Right? And then she just say, yo, let me give you an instrument. And she gave me a grater, and I want to tell her that that's the best instrument I ever get in my life at the time. The grater. I play the grater with pride, passion and pride. Every festival, every year, I do on the back and some stay. Right? Because you know, just being a part of music it didn't matter what I did or what instruments I played. Once be there part of the whole, you know, whole team, you know, it was so great and enjoyed. I said the grater was my first instrument. You know, really loved it, still love it. I mean, but after a while, you start to want to, because of your passion for music, you start to want to dive into additional instruments, and then I started looking into the drums. The drums are all the things in front of me anyway. So I started playing drums. Started mimicking my friends, you know, how they play the drums, and then from the drums we moved to the grand piano. So I started playing grand piano around like grade 6. Before I reached high school, I started to play around the grand piano. I was you know, start by Miss Mackie, you know, the first couple of foundational stuff that was important, and from there, when I went to high school, I joined the band, and then, you know, just being around additional exposed persons who are better than you start learning from them. And that's everything that start grow and develop, because we start learning music even more. You know, as artists, you know, we go through a certain journey, and I see if we can talk about my little journey, you know, as an artist, as a singer, as a keyboardist, you know, going through music. Surprisingly no, and not many persons would believe me, but there was a point in time I really couldn't sing at all, you know, and that was even during high school. Couldn't sing at all. I mean, I used to shy away from singing, and for the most part I was just playing keyboard, playing instruments, because the reality is that people tell me I couldn't sing. You know what I mean? And you have a friend them where they're so honest, and then be like, yo Papito, go on it. It better you just play keyboard and play instruments, you know, because singing is not really your thing. And singing has been a love for me, of mine, growing up. And I try the bathroom thing, work in the bathroom, but for some strange reason every time I go to the road it does not work. I remember going through my first embarrassment on stage, singing. And my plans after this, I'm not gonna ever sing again. Was doing JCDC. You know the usual thing, JCDC festivals, and you're in high school and you're going to collect a look at awards and you perform with the band. I used to be an active member JCDC every single year, but normally I play drums and keyboard. But in my first time, doing singing, and I was doing a song called "Are You Daring to Make a Difference? And Are You Daring to Take a Stand?" "Save a Life" by Shaggy and Friends, right? It was a group song, both three of us, but based on the category, you have to be, I think, a certain age or there has to be a certain age group. And based on our group that we had at school, at high school, I was I guess the only other male that they could find to fit in that category. So give or take, I shouldn't have been in that group. But first of all, they wanted the head count, they wanted another person, and then they wanted, the age group. So at the time, I said before, I could do a little thing. I could have sing a little bit. And it wasn't a whole, like everybody else, but I could do a thing. So they I guess they took their chances with me and say, yo, you know what? Come sing the song. And we practiced the song like every single day. Initially, it was a big joke thing. I thought it was a huge joke, but they were serious. Come start going rehearsals, and I said, oh yeah, man, this serious then. So we just start rehearsing, you know what I mean? And at rehearsals, when I my time to sing, I was just like this, close away, cause I'm like, I don't want to sing, and them I sing so good, and I think I had the last part. So imagine them just sing for them part with them own bag of fandangos, and then I will do my little part. It was nerve-wracking at the same time, but because of that, I said, boy, I can't afford to go JCDC, big stage, and mash up and crack. And I practice every single day, and at school and in my yard, in front of a mirror. And I remember doing my solo in JCDC. Are you daring to make a difference? And are you daring to take a stand? Yeah, things I'm singing, at that point in time, I could go on a little thing. So I was very confident on stage, and I sing, and for some strange reason, I don't know how, it's like something that's grabbed my throat. And it's like, when I reach a note, the note is here, but I keep on a level off, right? So like, I'm not hitting note at the time at all. At one point in time, I cracked. Vocal crack, big crack on stage with the mic and everything. Band stop play, embarrass me even more. Because by right, you sing with the band's supposed to continue and go on like nothing never happened. Band stop play, embarrass me more. Judge looks up, shocked. People in the audience, they are kids, they might start laughing after you. I was so embarrassed. Literally, to the point where I just come off of the stage. I was performing with some person, I come off of the stage completely, walk off, every single day in practice. Did that help? No. Because I still go on stage and crack. And for those who are watching and not knowing what cracking is, it's where you sing, you're supposed to hit a note, and your voice can't reach it. So apparently your voice actually break, and it goes into that ghost weird sound. And I can't make the sound right now, but it goes into that ghost weird sound. That's very scary. And for me plan for done with music. Plan for done with singing. I never sing a couple of days well. Come and say, boy, with the level of embarrassment that I don't want to ever go through that again. I don't want to ever even open mouth and sing. I'm just start play keyboard and continue doing that. Stick to the evil me know, as you always said. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just do some. Let me just do playing keyboard. I'm gonna start it like just for fun. It wasn't for anything professional. At the time, I wasn't even thinking professional at the time, but I was like, man, not gonna sing again no time at all. And that's when I started playing keyboard even more. Start looking to production. So my first production tool was Fruity Loops. So I start build beats, and I just start saying, screw singing. We can't do this anymore. You know what I mean? So I think that happening, looking at it, no, that might be a blessing in disguise. Because when that happened, that's when I started to kind of focus more on production. Wow. Yeah, so I started to kind of focus more on just building rhythms and building beats and getting familiar with the DAW, Fruity Loops, and just learning that piece of it, because I stopped focusing on singing. But after a while, when I realized that I really want this, I now start to have production lacking away, so I start produce myself, start singing and produce myself, and that's very weird. I just realized that after there's some good out of it. Like literally, actually, crack for a reason. But it's just that the natural love that I had for music just kept me going. I end up going to my friends and expressing my feel about it, and them encourage me. Good to me have some good friends who me say, yo, them encourage me and say, yo, man, go on there singing and stuff, man. I mean, I started training myself. I couldn't fund myself singing. I couldn't fund going to, Edna Manley. I couldn't fund going to private school to learn to sing. So you know what I did? YouTube was my greatest thing. Everything I learned about singing, for the most part, because I actually had some foundation, but for the most part regarding my singing development is YouTube. I have my little keyboard on the side, and I do my own vocal lessons, I do my own breathing exercise. Every single thing was just done through YouTube for the most part. Best believe me, I know Mr. Skull School for Music. Skull School for Music. Literally, I'll be over the music room all day. And even when I go through high school and I go through university, when I go to UWI, music was really that same thing that brought me to a level where I started to grow and develop. I did my first tour, can you believe it, at UWI from music. One of the first, I think it was my first time I traveled was because of music. And I think that's why I write about I'm even so loyal to music. I mean, you can imagine the first time I go on a plane is because of music. The man always say music will allow you to cross waters and will take you to different to a larger audience, because music is a very universal language, you know what I mean. And I can safely say music kind of placed me on a level where I can reach a lot of people. Rising Star, for example, is one huge platform. That's TV land. Like you can't be grateful enough. That's TV land. That's you reaching millions, because not only Jamaicans watch TV and Rising Stars. You have people from UK, you have people from all over the world that watch Rising Stars. So Rising Stars, just being on that platform, kind of really set me up in a great way. That platform was really the breaker that kind of showed me, say, boy, Papito, this is your thing. For the music is really your thing. I think that was one of my deal breakers. And then just going through Rising Stars now and see how much persons really appreciate my talent and them thing there is like, it pushed me even more. Then when I went to UWI, I was in my first year and I was a part of a group called Pop Society. It's a music group of UWI. That's the most popular group in UWI, by the way. When you're a part of Pop Society, it's like you're a celebrity at UWI. You walk around and people, you feel like a celebrity, because we perform almost every single function, every single day, every single week. So when I was a part of that group, I was introduced to the performing arts, and then that's where I got the chance to tour in Suriname. Went to my first Career Festa tour in Suriname. Spent a good couple of weeks there performing at different parts of South America. And I want to tell you that was really the biggest deal breaker. I would tell me, say, no man, Papito, you this, like, I got so many signs growing up say, yo, the music no, but this one was the one who say, yo, listen, you have to do this music thing. And I tell you, when I remember they call the name and welcome on stage, and then call us out, and the band start play, dun, 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 huge, and same time like the lights come on, cause the stage dark, it's still there, the memory. Lights come on, boom. The background person give the mic and say, yo, this is the mic, turn it on. And you turn on that mic and you the band play the intro, and it's your time to run go out, And you run go out on this huge stage with lights and people just cheering you on, and you being able to just express yourself musically freely. I just got lost in it. And when I went through that experience in Suriname and I came back after a flight in Jamaica, I was like, yo, a music me I do, strictly music me I do. And no matter what I've done since then, music has always been something I've placed on the forefront, always. Like, literally, it's now a part of my life. I live, breathe, and eat, sleep music. The journey has really brought me to a point where I find myself working with known acts, known artists and known producers, the Frankie Music, the Marlon Easy, you know what I mean, the Busy, you know, working indirectly with Stylo, cause you know, I mean, not every person get to work face to face in a room and stuff, but working indirectly, you know, with the Stylo G's and working with Spice, you know, being in the same creative space with Spice and just, you know, adding to that creative energy. You know, them things really kind of motivate me and say, yo, Papito, really, this is your destiny, this is your path to take right about now. Just look at my journey as to where I'm coming from with singing to know, you know, to be able to can use my voice in so many different ways, singing and DJing, and it just really, every time when I look back, I forgive thanks. I really give the Almighty thanks for a talent, but a talent I was able to confidently work on. And it probably say, why even share this story? You know, why you tell me all of this? And really and truly, reason being is because music can be very discouraging. It's not an easy journey, an easy road for any artist at all. It's a journey that takes a level head. We go through enough, and people will tell you that you can't do this. They will, you know. That's the funny thing. They will tell you, boy, Papito, you can't do this and you can't do that, but you have to believe in yourself, and you have to know what you want in this thing, and that doesn't go only for music, but the overall career, your overall life. People will be there to, you know, be negative. You have to live through that, but it's really here. Your passion is important, and for me, music has been my passion, and me destined to say, you know, I forget this thing, I forget the singing thing, right? Me can't afford for crap on JCDC stage and live my life through that. I'm just say, I forget better and better. You give or take, I'm not the best singer. You know, I can admit that, because there's always room for growth. You know what I mean? I'm not the best singer, but I know based on my determination, I continue to push through and continue doing it. You know, so I just want every young artist out there right now after they watch this and know, say, we have people out there who just deter from just wanting to do this music thing, or even, you know, want us to stop. Don't stop. Even if me look by and say, boy, you know, say you're so awful, that is your motivation. Trust me. You know what I mean? Let that be a motivation and your guide to say, yo, you know what? Papito, it's all foolishness, you know. You work on this. You know what I mean? And we just want every person, even outside of music, just work on themselves and just continue that growth, because there's a lot more in here when it comes down to passion. See? Bless up. Yo, I'm Papito Ferguson, and my singing talent is undeniable. Yo, I'm Papito Ferguson, and I can't. Damn mosquito that's all over the. No, that's serious thing. Like, I almost got. You know, I seen it because the light there all upon me. I lie that, brother. That's thing is it's a 9, you know, but anyways. I remember my first sexual experience. As a kid. I'm just kidding. I'm not good at this. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
You're not busy where you
The
are.
things are not follow.